p.m. Eastern time. The weekly candle just started, so basically the bulls basically did a good job to close the candle above the 21 weekly EMA, which is roughly around like 8260, right around this area. So take a look at it. All right, so the weekly 21 EMA, it is exactly at 8260 on Bitstamp, right? So in today's content, we're going to talk about the weekly, monthly. We're going to talk about the 21 days chart, the 9 days chart. We're also going to talk about the daily 6-hour MACD crossing over. Usually, like most of the time when we get a 6-hour MACD crossing over, we usually get a basically a 400 points to 400 points to 600 points retracement, and we did that exactly after the crossover. We dumped like from 92 to 8500 range. We're also going to talk about the hourly time frame, what type of volume we're looking for, at least on hourly. We if you watch my previous video, you can see like the type of a volume we got on the hourly. That's what we've been expecting, almost 15,000 BTC selling pressure, right? And we got that exactly. So the selling pressure is very significant, but we're gonna start off with the weekly first, right? So weekly time frame, we're gonna talk about first of all, we're gonna talk about the correction we anticipating on the weekly time frame. That's a macro level, so it doesn't mean like BTC is not gonna push up or none of that, right? I'm just telling you like the trend is still bearish, right? So on the weekly time frame, what I'm looking at right now, if you watch our previous update, you can see we got 3-wave move down. We got this 3-wave move down and another pullback. Okay, this is just another 3-wave move pullback. It is nothing impulse about this wave. Okay, it is just another 3-wave move pullback. So what can I expect after this? I'm expecting another impulse. It could be impulse, right? But I'm expecting at least some sort of like a further correction to the downside, right? And basically that's on the weekly, that's what I'm looking for, at least for the short term, right? Let's take a look at Binance. On Binance, what I'm looking for on the weekly time frame, it is just volume. Volume is great, but if you switch, if I switch back to Bitstamp, you can see that the volume hasn't been that great. Okay, even like when we pumped like on October 20 roughly 21st, the week of October 21st, when we pumped all the way up to basically 10.5, the volume was incredible, but we're not getting the same type of weekly candle as of now, right? So let's see what type of volume we're gonna get the rest of this week. Last week volume was almost like 468, right? 469. I was expecting 500,000, but 468, it is basically good enough, right? So basically the weekly, two major aspect of the weekly going to be your WXY correction and your volume. Those those two are pretty much very, very important in terms of the bigger picture. So basically the weekly time frame still calling for lower numbers, right? So let's take a look at now the monthly time frame. Monthly time frame, volume still good. We already up on the monthly time frame. We're already up. We went up like almost 30, okay, just about 34%. That's a lot, right? If like we're in the bear market, I think like that's a good enough pump for the rest of the month. So we most likely could be seeing if basically bulls do not keep up the momentum, and then basically keep the volume high enough, most likely bears are gonna be stepping in, right? So keep an eye on the monthly time frame, right? Hey, what's up, Gupta? So at least for the short term, that's what I'm looking at on the monthly time frame. I just want to see like if like we're gonna be keeping up the momentum, bulls gonna have to keep up the selling pressure. But one thing we just don't want to do is like to close the monthly candle below the 21 EMA, which is roughly around like 78. So we just have to keep this monthly candle. If the bulls want to be in a bull market, they just have to keep the monthly candle closing above the 21 EMA, which is like a 78.80. okay, 78.80 roughly. So the next thing we're going to discuss, it is going to be the 21 weekly moving average. I mean, not weekly moving average, but the 21 daily candle, right? The 20-day basically this candle going to be closing like roughly on the 21st. Okay, we started it on the 1st. It is going to close on the 22nd, right? 21st, right? The new candle going to start on the 22nd. So it is going to be very, very important. And most of the time, this candle is very volatile. It's a, you know, it's a 3 weeks candle, and you can see how volatile it is, right? So went back up and retest almost 50% of the you know, that rejection week, as we said multiple times, right? So this candle going to be closing in 2 days. And it is something that we just have to pay attention to. We might not see, okay, high volatility for the rest in terms of upward momentum. We might not see high volatility for the next you know, couple of days, at least for the short term. You know, the bulls could be dominating the next couple of days, right? So let's keep that in mind. So another important thing also, it is like the 9-day candle. The 9-day candle, very, very important candle. But if you pay clear attention, you can see like all these run up we had like back in 2018, none of these pushed to the upside were like you know, one more than 3 candles, okay? And we already got 3 candles, okay? I'm dismissing this candle because this candle was only like 4 days, started like on the 27th and ended like you know, on the 31st. So that's why I'm not basically including this candle. But you can see it, we already got almost 3 candles in a row. So it is most likely giving us some more bearish momentum, right? It is not good at all, at least for the short term, right? So let's keep that in mind. So this candle going to close on the 27th, right? So it is very important. It's going to close on the 27th, 28th, right? So the week of you know, the 19th, the 20th to the 27th, it is going to be very, very important. It is most likely going to be a bearish week, at least for the short term. As I said on the chart, it could be okay, dominated by the bears. So it is something like we just have to keep in mind, right? Not being too bullish and calling for a bull run, right? So another important thing is like the daily 200 MA, right? So one of the reason I'm looking for the daily 200, very, very important, and I showed you guys multiple times. If you pay attention to the daily 200 MA, right? If you take a look at the chart, this is a correction like I showed you on the weekly time frame. This is a big flat correction, right? So if you go back in 2018, we basically made a beautiful flat correction also, right? Made this correction. And what happened to the 200 200 MA? Okay, it basically rejected the price at the C area. So this is an ABC correction. You got an ABC correction. At the end of the correction, that's when we get the rejection. So if you go back almost like back in 2014, you can see we made a strong pullback, a very strong pullback, and got rejected at the same exact area by the 200 MA, you know, just about the C wave. So what are we doing again? Okay, we're repeating the same exact momentum, same exact bearish momentum as of now, right? So again, at the end of the C wave, what are we getting? We're getting the 200 200 MA, basically rejecting the price. So it is something like we just have to keep in mind. We're getting more evidences, like the more BTC is going up, the more basically we're getting more evidences as we basically push into the upside, right? So it is something like we just have to keep in mind. So let's take a look at the daily volume. Okay, so daily volume on Binance, yesterday volume was very, very important. Okay, yesterday volume, as soon as we started the daily candle, BTC pumped to the upside with like almost like 10,000, like 10,000. Okay, that was it was quite a lot, this pump. almost 8,000, right? So as long as we pump to like a 90 to 100, so we said like we already got 11,000 volume, and we're expecting roughly around like 60,000 to 80,000 volume on the daily time frame. If we're gonna get that volume, you don't want to be long in BTC anywhere around this area trying to buy support, because the volume we're going to be getting is going to be a lot. So that volume definitely going to crush anything around this area of 88, 89, 8700 range. So I was looking for a long position in this area, but as soon as we pump, I just took it because took it out because I was like, man, this if we just gonna get a rejection, it's gonna crush everything, right? It's gonna crush everything. So basically this is just going to lead us to our next topic, which is the hourly 200 MA, 200 EMA, and then the hourly 200 hourly 100 MA, right? EMA, sorry, excuse me, EMA. Let's take a look at it. 200. Let's do this green. All right. All right, the 200 EMA basically supported the price as expected. I was like, if we drop from this area, okay, we most likely going to get supported by the 200 or the 100 EMA before pushing to like a 92, 93, or even can hit a 9500. But if we pump to the upside first, you just have to get up. You don't want to wait for BTC to retest like this area, because it can easily like kick you out. Best thing to do is like just wait for more confirmation if you don't want to take it from 90 to 100 range, right? So you can see, but as of now, what I'm looking for, at least for the short term on the hourly, I want to take a look at I want to take a look at this retracement tool. We can retrace up to like a 0.786, which is the safest, but most of the time you can basically anticipate the price right around like a 0.618. okay, 0.618, it is roughly around like 89. Okay, but I'm looking for this range of 50%, which is 88 to 9k range. Okay, 88 to 9k we most likely going to see like some high volatility price action if like the bulls decide to push the price to the upside with a low volume. Okay, you just have to remember higher prices, okay, lower volume, it is a sign of bearishness. All right, so at least for the short term, that's what I'm trying to anticipate, looking for the bulls to basically give us this wave to the upside. It can be any type of correction, I just don't want to anticipate anything, but hourly MACD by the crossover, they definitely got enough momentum to basically push the price to 88, 89. It shouldn't be that hard to do, right? At least for the short term. So let me take a look at the chat room. That's all I wanted to cover today. Just wanted to make it a very short live stream, unless you guys got a question so I can answer it. But beside that, I'm just gonna keep it very short today so you guys can go back and watch it properly, right? So hey, what's up, K for Liberty? Hey, what's up, Grand Optimist? First crackhead, we got some crypto crackhead and some crypto doom boy. Where's my moon boys right there? Hey, what's up, Jude? Let's get this crypto. Hey, what's up, D-Tech? 12 hour very bullish. I mean, everything is bullish on BTC, right? So if BTC pump like 2,000 points, if you don't understand the structure, you're gonna be like everything is bullish. Yes, as of now, we're getting some we've been getting some bullish candles, very bullish, right? But I'm saying I just showed you like a multiple evidences, right? Why we getting more, we're getting bearish. Okay, so it is not to say like we cannot pump like 200 points up to 400 points, even up to like a 92, 93. But I'm just saying I'm just trying to show you the evidences so you can make your own personal judgment, right? So it's not to say like we can break this 92. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying on the bigger picture, right? On the weekly, which is weekly and monthly dominant, basically the dominant trend, they showing you like hey, we got more dump coming in very soon. What I mean by very soon, it could be like the next 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, right? Because I don't think we're gonna drop within a week. We're gonna retrace like a, gonna retrace like a 73. It could happen, right? But in terms of time frame, to be reasonable, right? It took us a month to drop from 10.5 to 6,500, right? And it took us another month, okay, to pump from over a month to pump from 6,500 to 9,200. So can you imagine, right? And this is a basically an entire correction, right? So September 23rd all the way up to October, like October 25th, something like that, right? That's a month, and that's a month. So it could take us another month, right? Just to drop another month, just to do another sideways correction, another month. It could even pump, right? Do this, right? And then drop. So every single correction can take up to 30 days. So you just have to be very, very cautious, and not to be anticipating like a bullish momentum as not to be pumped like 200 points, something like that, right? So, but macro level is still bearish, right? So let's take a look at one of the most important aspect of the daily. It is like the Heikin Ashi. So as you can see, guys, I talked about it on my previous uploaded video, right? Heikin Ashi, very important, guys. That's my favorite, okay? And especially on bearish momentum, whenever I see it, I just take it. It's not, I don't wait, okay? On a bullish momentum, I might be slightly skeptical and try to find more evidences, stuff like that. But on a bearish momentum, I just have to take it. I don't hesitate about taking being bearish when I see it. That's what I was looking for. We got it. Big tail, big wick, small body, clean. Okay, it is an indication of trend reversal at least, or a trend slowing down. Okay, if we don't get the reversal, we at least gonna slow down. Basically bull's gonna be slowing down within this range, at least just to build up some more momentum. So you just have to be careful within this range, because if like we're gonna get this low volatility, 200 points, 300 points, it is very hard to play it. Okay, it's very hard to play. You just have to find a good entry and take it to the downside, right? That's the most you can expect, right? So just keep that in mind, at least for the short term. If you're bullish, you got plenty of reason to be bullish when you see like almost like a 15 days of bullish candles. But I'm just showing you guys all the evidences we're starting to get, just like when we pump back to like all the way up to 10.5. I showed you multiple evidences like why BTC going to be pushing down, okay, all the way down to 7.8, and we even dropped down to like a 6,400, right, when everybody were calling for like a bull run. So it is very good to be very patient and not to be jumping in and out and stuff like that, right? I'd rather not take a trade than jumping in into a unsafe trade, right? So somebody want to talk about XRP? Let's talk about XRP and then we just call it a day, right? So XRP, King XRP. So XRP, I'm just going to talk about it on a monthly basis. That's the most important for me, at least for the short term. I think like XRP pumping between 22 to 23 cents, 24. It is not going to cut it. So but in my premium member, I was looking for XRP to retrace down. I was looking forward to a long XRP from 16.5 all the way down to 13 and get this move. But it seemed like the move came before the drop, so that's what I was looking for XRP, right? But up to 25. But it seems like we already got it. But let's see on the daily time frame. XRP is basically struggling just above this 200 EMA. Okay. It is most likely going to be making some noise in this area before the drop. Okay, that's what I'm saying, at least for the short term. But let's give it like some more some more time. Other than that, if like we break this area, we're gonna have to look for 30 roughly around like a 29 to 30 cents max, right? But first of all, we're gonna break 26, right, which is the 200 daily moving average, right? And then after that, we're gonna look for 29. But as of now, I'm not that bullish on XRP, so we're starting to see like some sign of reversal. Let's just take care of it from this point, right? from like a 22 to like a 25 cents, and then see if like we can break it, right? At least for a short term. On the monthly basis, if you bullish on XRP, at least, okay, that's a Heikin Ashi, no sign of reversal yet, right? No sign of reversal. Okay, on the Heikin Ashi, no sign of reversal on the monthly time frame. So first thing first, we want to see a green bullish monthly candle, a bullish monthly candle closing above 32 cents, right, before calling for a bull run. So as of now, I wouldn't be calling for a bull run looking at XRP monthly time frame like this. It is not a good sign of yes, you can accumulate, but I'm not saying it's gonna go to the moon from now, right? That's what I'm trying to tell you. But I'm not saying it is not a good buy, but when I buy it, I don't expect it to go to 80 cents right now, right? That's why I keep telling you, I'm still expecting XRP to give us a big reversal up to like 80 cents, but I don't want to give no time frame because I don't do time analysis. I'm just basically trying to warn you. It's not financial advice, but just trying to tell you like what we could be getting in the near future regarding XRP. So hey, what's up, Kiko Pombo? Okay, Korean Batusai. Yes, I'm looking for Korean Batusai. I'm looking for 8800. So it doesn't mean we're gonna get it. It doesn't mean like it will get rejected, but at least for the short term, we could be looking for rejection up to that area, right? So let's do this. Let's change the chart. So that's the hourly time frame. We're still struggling on the hourly 200 EMA. Most likely, we could definitely get this move. Okay, we got this big hammer reversal candle, so it is already very corrective. So most likely the bulls can come back and give us that move, right? So if like we don't get it, we're already making this bear flag. It is a bear flag itself, right? So a further drop just gonna confirm like the bullish downtrend. Okay, it's just gonna confirm it. But 200 points, 300 points, it really doesn't matter if like it pushes to the upside. But that's what I'm looking for, at least for the short term. Looking for entry 88, right? If I don't get it, I'm just gonna get it like a lower. Just gonna have to get it lower, but it's okay, right? Because you always want to find a safer entry than try to like short at 200 EMA when I was waiting for it for almost like 4 days. So I've been waiting for it for 4 days, but I don't like the way I got it, so I just have to be safe, right? Okay guys, smash that like if you enjoy the content. All right guys, let's take a look at Dash very quick. Dash BTC, I like Dash BTC, right? Dash BTC hourly. Take a look at on the daily. Okay, I think last time we talked about Dash BTC, we said like that's a maximum area of resistance, right? So it did pump like very hard, but it's gonna definitely gonna cool off, and then you could be looking for another push to the upside. But as of now, it is coming back down to the 200 daily 200 EMA, the green line. Okay, if you want to know which line is which, just read the right corner, right? Green is 200 EMA. So most likely we're gonna get this support from this 200 EMA, and we can check our Fibonacci retracement from swing low to swing high, 50% pullback. Can it drop down to 0.618? I wouldn't wait for it, but we can anticipate another pullback to a 0.618, which is going to be like 0.01 to 0.04 BTC, right? Okay, 0.0143 BTC, right, up to 0.014 BTC, which means like BTC could be dumping, and then Dash could be gaining some momentum from at least for the short term. So another thing you could anticipate in this area, we could anticipate a corrective move for Dash, could pump like this before giving us another push to the upside if Dash is going to be on a bull run. But at least for the short term, wait for this pullback. It's going to give you another correction right there, another push, right, and then you take it. After that, you can take it back down before pushing further. At least for the short term, that's the bullish momentum. The bearish momentum is going to get rejected, make a wedge, and then continue the downtrend, right? But just keep an eye on Dash for a possible bullish crossover, bullish pattern. You got multiple indicators. The hash ribbon, the hash ribbon, right? Let's see, hash. So you can get multiple, some indicators calling for selling pressure. So the hash ribbon. All right. So what time frame you want to take a look at it at? On the macro, so I'm guessing like weekly. Let's take a look at it on BTC. This sucker is dumping. Okay, weekly. Where's the hash ribbon? I don't see no hash ribbon, guys. Right there, it is showing a buy signal right now, right? So you just have to back test it, right? So where's the buy signal? Right there. Yep, it showed a buy signal at the bottom on the weekly when BTC was at a price was roughly 7300 range. So let's see. Last time it showed a buy signal last time at the very bottom, right? So let's see. Let's back test it again. All right, it showed. Yep, it showed two buy signal also at the bottom, right? Buy. But this boy doesn't show sell signal, right? It only shows buy, right? So I want to see where it is showing me a sell signal. So not to be too biased about the buy. It gotta show. I have to see like some sell signal also. If you show me buy signal, you gotta be able to show me sell signal also, right? So, but this one was good, that one was good. That's a buy, and then we got another buy with no sell. So seems like that's a sell one. The red line is sell probably. But let's take a look at on the daily. The daily shows buy, very accumulative, just like what we said on the weekly time frame, when we said basically BTC been dominating the weekly time frame in terms of volume. I'm not sure how this is calculated, but it is showing us basically a very seems like very accumulated, but I have to back test it before I say anything. So Ether don't get no love, so let's check Ether, right? So let's get this indicator out the way. I will go back and check it, right? What's the name of it again? Hash ribbon, right? All right, so all right, so let's take a look at Ether, right? Ether is giving us a nice correction. It's not bearish at all in terms of like a bigger picture. It can still give us another push back to 170 range. So I would be extremely cautious with Ether, right? So one of the most important thing for Ether is like the weekly time frame. I'm only interested on Ether on the weekly. I'm looking for Ether to The weekly, we got two challenges, right? The first one going to be the 21 EMA. We cannot break it right now, right? If we break this 21 EMA, next area of resistance going to be like almost $200, okay? 191 to $200. After that, you know, 213 to 220. But one of the most important thing for Ether right now is like we got to pay attention to the 25 weekly moving average, right? So right there, okay, this 25 EMA, 25 MA actually, right? This 25 MA, I said a couple days ago before the weekly candle closes, right? And I said if we close above this moving average, if we close above this moving average, Ether gonna be extremely bullish, okay? Even though I'm bearish for Ether, at least for the short term, if like we get more indication, like you know, more evidences like Ether is turning bullish, we just have to like put it out there, right? Even though like I'm macro bearish for Ether, still looking for this this low $100 to $80 there range, right? So you back tested back in you know, 2019. First rejection, retrace down, still make some you know, higher lows, and then push back up, you know, and then went up to like a $370. So when we drop back down in this area, I wasn't even paying attention to this 25 MA, but I was saying exactly in this area, Ether gonna drop 50%, okay? And you can see we drop exactly all the way down to like a 116, okay, almost 95%. So let's see. It is quite interesting, but if we close above it, I'm gonna be bullish. Can we get rejected above it? Absolutely, right? We can get rejected after we close above the 25 MA, right? So keep an eye on Ether with this moving average. Let's take a look at it on the lower degree. The daily time frame, I'm looking forward to try to give us another retest of roughly 171 to 173. That'll be extremely good if like we can get a, you know, another retest of this area of 171, 173 for more confirmation of a bearish momentum. Volume wasn't quite a lot on the daily, but in terms of 4 hour, it is still like you know, very low, okay? Not extremely high, right? But it is making a bear flag on the 4 hour time frame. Could give you this Bart Simpson and then you know, further drop. So be extremely cautious. It's bearish, right? But definitely wait for a retest. Unless like we drop below this you know, 160 range, then you can take a shot at it, right? But as of now, I would at least you know, give it another shot to give us lower volume, high prices, and then you can look for this 50% retracement of this candle, which is like almost 168, and anything above it, it is going to be just extra, right? So thanks a lot, Louis. Volume is very important. Like volume can tell you a lot. Last night when BTC pumped, I saw the volume. Like you take a look at the 15 minutes volume, it was so abnormal, right? It was very, very abnormal. Take a look on Binance. This volume, you can see like way above average. Okay, I was like, volume is very big, but you take a look at like when we pumped to the upside, we did not even get that type of volume. Okay, I was like, all right. So on the 5 minute chart, it gave us we were doing this live. It gave us a basically a flat correction, just like this, right? And then I was like, okay, it's gonna make this move. It did make that move, okay? It did make that move, but could not sustain. So I was like, you know, that's a bullish pattern. It did that exactly, and then came back, and I was like, oh, if like we're gonna get a you know, bearish momentum for the rest of the day, the volume gonna come. It's gonna be a lot of volume. Okay, the volume definitely gonna dump the price below you know, 87 range to 86 range. That's why I did not want to, you know, long it and leave a long position below this area. Okay, just by understanding the volume structure, you know, I just removed my long position in this area, right? Removed it from you know, this area, and let it bounce back up to you know, 80, 88, 89, and then you can. It's not guaranteed like you're gonna get it, but that's the safest trade. Okay, that's the safest trade. I'm looking for a short, not a long position right now, right? So do we have a hey, what's up, Humi? It's been a long time, man. Humi is back. we got a CME. I think the CME at 89, so that's a good. It is also a good you know, a good mix of you know, bearishness, right? Wait for it to fill the CME also, which is exactly at a just about 0.618. we got, I think we got a CME at a 89.50 in that range, right? So which is exactly at 0.618, which is a nice area of confluence where you can be extremely careful, right? So to extremely profitable, not careful, but gotta be careful, you know, shorting it from this area. I would rather, you know, take a long from this area and then take it, you know, to like 9K, then you know, try to short it from this area, right? A long is safer, basically. Not saying to go long, whatever, do whatever you want, right? I'm just giving you a general analysis. You do whatever you want, right? So all right, Duple Delight. Hey, what's up, Mitch? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. All right, so 65.55, still struggling. Let's take a look at 15 minutes. Yep, 15 minutes. It is it is basically giving us a sideways correction, which is sometimes very hard to trade. So you know, it is most likely about to make a move. Okay, it is most likely about to make a move. So, but a nice reversal candle. Okay, nice reversal candle. All right, guys, I'm just gonna keep it short today. Hopefully you guys gonna be safe out there. Talk to you tomorrow. I'm gonna be going live tomorrow again, and then at the same time I'm gonna give you guys keep you guys updated. Make sure to join our public Telegram group if you want to upgrade to our premium member. Make sure also to upgrade to our premium members, and you know, you can basically watch our private live stream and daily analysis and what we're expecting on the market on a daily basis, right? So thanks a lot for watching, guys.